Peter in the water. We learn from this next story what is most important to the Lord Jesus and what we all need more than anything. It begins on an evening after a very busy day for Jesus. He's been teaching and healing people of their sicknesses all day, and he's just finished feeding over 5,000 of them through a miracle. Now he sends the crowds away to go home. He also tells his disciples to get into their boat and sail back over the water to Capernaum. You'd think Jesus needs a good rest after all this, but no. What Jesus wants more than anything is to spend time talking with his Father in heaven. In fact, he goes up on a hillside to be quiet and stays there till it's almost dawn. Meanwhile, the lake has become quite stormy. Jesus can see that his disciples have only gone 3 to 4 miles and are struggling. Nevertheless, Jesus decides to leave for Capernaum, but not by walking around the great lake. The quickest way is to walk across the water. And wonderfully, this is what he does. As he gets close to the disciples, they see him and are terrified. They think he has to be a ghost if he can walk on top of the water. Jesus at once tells them it's he and not to be afraid. How they must be amazed to see him walking above the waves. In fact, Peter decides he wants to walk on the water as well. So he asks the Lord to tell him to come to him. And this Jesus does. And much to everyone's surprise, Peter begins to walk on the water too. However, Peter has not gone far when he suddenly becomes aware of the big waves all around him. Fear sets in, and faith in Jesus disappears. He begins to sink. He cries out in desperation for Jesus to save him. Of course, Jesus holds out his hand to Peter straight away, and immediately Peter again rises above the waves. Jesus asks Peter, why has he doubted? Why has his faith disappeared? And of course, Peter has no good answer to give Jesus. This story shows us how the Lord Jesus saves Peter as soon as Peter cries out to him. And it's the same for us. When at last we realize that we are in fact sinking under a load of sin, we can cry out to the Lord to save us. And he'll do just that straight away. In fact, it's what we all need most of all. How can I say this with such confidence? Because that's why Jesus came to this earth, to live and die on a cruel cross, and to rise again into heaven where we can all follow. There will be waves of trouble on the way, and there may well be times of doubt where our faith in Jesus seems to disappear. But he has promised to save us and take us safely to heaven as his children. There is no better reason to trust him. There is no good answer if we refuse.
Surely this is our God, we trusted in him and he saved us. Isaiah 25 and verse 9.
Who's the king of the universe? And who's the king of